Okay, we're live. Okay, let's go ahead then. Paul, would you like to give your update first?
Yes, thanks, Patrick. Yeah, I've been working on that, the agency admin display, so adding the navigation tools. So I looked at what Arun had done. Previously, I programmed it myself in JavaScript, but of course I discovered from what he'd done that Bootstrap had done it already. So I just picked up that approach. So that's working okay. So I've now I'm trying to get the Cucumber tests to work. So the whole problem, of course. But it seems to work okay when I'm just clicking on the display buttons or navigation buttons. But the same thing further down doesn't seem to work. There's a capybara error. Something about some unavailable driver function or something. So I'm a bit stumped as to why it works in one scenario, but the same thing doesn't work in another.
Do you want to look at right after the Scrum then?
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah, let's look at that. Great. Sam, how about yourself?
Yes, what is going on? So, yeah, we had, since the last Scrum, we had the website one kickoff on Friday. Michael and I committed to some more tickets, and the new scrumming, sprinting, and commitment seems to be going well. No changes in that project. We've got going to try and the same thing with local support starting today. So local support, new sprint starting today after the Kempbeck Scrum. Yeah, then we had the auto graders meeting. No big news there. Still on the cusp of new runs of the MOOC, and I'm kind of starting to wind up to get ready for maybe a new run of AV 102. Then lots of things happening today. What have we got? A marketing meeting coming up to discuss. There was lots of chat about the new look front page in the website one channel. So I think that'll be taken up in the marketing meeting, which is at the end of today's session in about 25 minutes. Then we've got DRE catch up. There's a local sport kickoff, DRE catch up, see what's happening with them, and also the Agile Book Club being recorded again later this afternoon, about 5.5 hours. So yeah, a busy day. No blockers, I think. Just trying to get through lots and lots of stuff, really. Other news: I've been invited on Ruby Rogues again, which is nice. So try and get that out. The story of Agile Adventures out to the world again. And yeah, also, I think was expecting Lara to be here. She's got an action item for me, which is working out the parts of this. What's it called? Nelson Mandela Children's Hospital. So I plan to work on that before the marketing meeting. That's me.
Okay, great. Thanks. Lots going on as usual. Tong Wei, how about yourself?
Yeah, I've finished the story that about the pagination. Yeah, just later I will show you after the Scrum. But I have a question about is that test? What kind of test will be needed for that? Yeah, just to confirm later.
You have a question about how to test for that? Is that what you're saying?
Yes. So we can discuss about it later.
Okay. Sounds good.
Okay.
All right. Thanks, Tong Wei. So we'll hang out after the Scrum then. For myself, I did work on the Nelson Mandela Children's Hospital, and I think what I think Laura's looking at is a cost split between the intranet and website. Is that what she asked you about? Are you referring to that message she put on Slack?
I am indeed.
Yeah, so I did put something in the cost slide with a footnote that indicate the breakdown, the relative breakdown after the ramp up. I'm not sure if she saw that or if she wants something more explicit, like a separate slide for it. So anyway.
Well, maybe you and I can, if Laura's not around, maybe Pat, you and I can look at that together at the end of the Scrum, unless you're needed elsewhere.
No, we could do that too. Yeah, that won't take long. So the AV website, I make some changes to the AV website, Sam. I DM'd you.
I saw that. Thank you.
Oh, okay. We okay on those?
I haven't had a chance to review them yet.
Okay.
But I imagine that they will be great. I guess what I'm going to probably do is bring that up in the marketing meeting, and because that whole flow of, what does the homepage look like? What are people seeing? I'll get it started and everything, and we'll kind of maybe look at that all together.
Okay. Yeah, I mean the summaries on the getting started page. I wanted to get right to the steps immediately, and I wanted to be fairly near the top, as near the top as possible in the list of active projects. The table there. That's the key thing, because the old one, they go to getting started, and then there's 2 or 3 long paragraphs, really, which should be in about us. It's all about Agile Ventures again before they even get to that. So anyway, lots of words. So that's the intent behind that. On MetPlus, reviewed some PRs, and I investigated a bug that Hugh says he's seeing in Heroku. I can't reproduce it. Anyway, more investigation on that later. On the SHF project, we had a team meeting on Friday, which went well. I've been working on a story. I've been reviewing PRs that are being produced by Ashley. It's being very productive these days. We have a client meeting today. So looking forward to that. And that's it for me. No blockers on my side. So anyway, we got, I guess, 3 different things queued up for post-Scrum. Sam, do you want to cover ours first? Because that probably will be pretty quick, I think.
Yeah, do you want to show? Yeah, you want to just bring up and show me what you've already done, and it may just be the case that Lara has not found, or
let me actually find that then. Where do I have that cached?
I probably do. I have it here. Let's see. No, it's not on, but I can find it.
Yeah.
I can also go for a minute. Let's have a look. I've got the NMCH budget estimates.
Oh, that'd be great.
So I've got the budget. Is it? Do we need the slides, or we need the spreadsheet?
We actually need the slides.
Okay, I think I've got both of those. So
good.
I can take you if I screen share there.
Okay.
Yep, it's coming up. Here it is, and right. Yeah. So I guess the key thing she wanted was the update to the slides, because we're not giving them the actual budget breakdown per se, are we? So it's this one here. So this is the one. Go on.
Yeah. So footnote number 2 there is where I basically broke down the internet versus website cost after the first 9 weeks of ramp up, as I note, because that's common to either one. So I'm not sure if she's looking for something bigger, more bold, and or if this suffices. I'm not sure if she saw.
Yeah, it may be, as you say, maybe that she missed. She was maybe expecting to see it up here, and she sort of missed it. And so I think the thing to do, I guess I'm just going to go. So when we've got our now correct week numbers in here, so that's a huge improvement. Fantastic. Gosh, my 3rd grade maths teacher would be very disappointed in me. What I'm gonna do is I'm gonna paste this into the channel for Lara and say, is this enough? And I think if she's got the information and she wants it in another big slide, then she can probably do that, right? It's just we need to draw her attention to that. I think that's the way to go. So I think then we're done, I guess, apart from possibly me. I mean, what you've done here is you've just split these out 25%, 75%, right?
Yep.
Yeah. So
exactly.
Okay. Well, I think let's leave that, and you can get on to helping the others. That's everything for me.
Okay, great. Sounds good, Sam. Thanks
just in the background, I'm tracking down that bug issue about the Agile bot and your video posting things. So I've invited you into the Agile bot channel, but just let you know that I'm doing that. But we can address that later on, and I'll bring up those other changes that you made to the getting started in the marketing meeting. Absolutely, I think reducing I have a problem with communication that I deliver too much. I think other people involved. We need to get things down to conciseness. So,
yep, absolutely. Good. All right.
Take it away.
Good progress. Thanks, Sam. Okay. I guess who's up next? Tongwei, do you want to talk about your? I think that might be quicker, but Tongwei, you might be muted. Yep.
Okay, so I'll share my screen and I try to show you the result of a screen first. How? So basically, right now, when we're having, it will be something like this, right? Is this what you're looking for the pagination thing? The feature, so that then the code, this is the SSH that we're the code. Oh, hold on. So the code that you are looking for is something similar by adding the helper. Application helper. Is it something like the one that you shown, the sample that you shown, by adding the paginate to the application helper and more about the remote link pagination helper, and for the JS part is search drop, something like this. So
where's the JavaScript for this?
this is a JavaScript for
right
Java.
down there. Got it. I see.
And then for the viewer will be like this. Instead of using real paginate, because the real paginate is being
served by the helper. Yeah.
Yeah, served by helper. But I will need to specify the class, otherwise it won't get paginate into here.
It won't be connected with the callback. Yep.
Yes.
That looks like it followed the architecture we wanted. Definitely, it's a much simpler pagination. Can we go back to that pagination view?
Pagination field.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. So when you paginate, like if you could hit next right now,
okay,
what happens? Okay, so it all stays. We don't shift to the top of the page. It all works. So that pagination is a little different than the way we do other pagination. Other pagination, we have the links at the bottom, and we're using bootstrap styling. So there are, if you go to, I don't know, where else do we paginate? Go to who you're logged in as Tom. Go to your home, the home button, and you can see the pagination links there.
Okay.
We're using the bootstrap styling.
Oh, so you're looking for the bootstrap styling?
I think so. Let's go back to the search page again. So the problem with the bootstrap styling is you're going to have, how many? We have 10 rows or 8 rows here, Paul? I think you made 8, something like that.
Yes.
Used to be 5.
8 rows.
And
yeah, so
the one that because the gem that install is not really the exactly the similar gem like the SSH. Yeah, it's slightly different. Instead of will paginate bootstrap, you're using bootstrap will paginate.
Right.
Yeah. So is this what you intend for?
Yeah, it'd be good if we could make the the links look like the other pagination elements.
Okay.
And they take and be put at the bottom of the page.
Oh, so you want to put it in the under here?
Yes, the way the other ones are architected.
But the other one, they are not using the XSR render for this one yet, right? They are just using the normal.
No, I mean this one. If you scroll down a little bit and then click on a next link.
Yes. Oh, they're already there.
Yeah, these are all JavaScript driven.
Yes.
So the problem is that we're using, well, it's not a problem. We're using the pagination.js methods. in that
Yes.
file. And so we have that. We also have for the administrator, for the admin page, we have same sections like this for the administrator. You're not logged in as admin, so it's not in the menu.
Okay.
And there I'm using pagination that I built myself, which is not generic, to do that. So that's the second way we're doing pagination. Now with this that you've done, we have a third way of doing pagination.
Oh, okay.
And what I think is going forward, I just want to do that third way because it's much simpler. If you look at the pagination methods in pagination.js, it's extremely complex.
Pagination. This one. So
Yeah.
this is used by the just now the homepage, right? Is that so?
Well, this is used anyway. This is kind of a generic pagination mechanism that we can use,
Okay.
which is really good code, but it's extremely it's relatively complex to set up, and it's really complex to read through and understand. So I thought just using the Rails extension to XHR, which they give us, which makes it simpler. You don't have to have a lot of JavaScript on the client side to really set it up and make it work. Rails takes care of that.
Mhm.
And the whole thing, what you have to do on the JavaScript side is you saw it, you just have to handle the success event. You don't actually have to have a JavaScript function that takes a callback that says, okay, I want to paginate on this. I need to set up everything. I need to do an XHR call to the controller, get the HTML back, and then upon success, render the HTML. Rails just says, okay, upon success, render the HTML from your controller. We'll handle all the upfront stuff that I mentioned. We'll do all of that ourselves. So that makes it much simpler. So it's a much nicer architecture, I think.
Oh, so you are intending to use the third method, just change the bootstrap. So I need to do
Just change
some stuff to make it go get down. Do I need
Exactly.
to? Okay.
Yeah, all you need to do is style the links, as we talked about. Yep.
Okay, I need to do
And
the
move
style.
move them to the bottom, and you're done.
How to do it? Okay.
You can do that, right?
I will have problem with that.
Well, I like the helper. I think you've made it even more general. So that's great. So if we do any more pagination on MedPlus, which we probably will, we use this for going forward, and we use that helper to simplify it as well.
Oh, so the second way is what way? The first way is the pagination.js that you mentioned. This one?
Yeah. So if you go to admin, I think it's admin.js or
Admin.
which I have to look at the list of JavaScript files, but no, I mean if on the code.
Oh, kind of code. Okay,
Yeah.
admin.
So it's agency admin.js.
Okay.
So what do we got here? If you scroll down, where is pagination happening?
Oh.
Okay, yeah. So well, that's some kind of pagination, but
Yeah, there's some kind of pagination over here.
Keep scrolling down. Where's the? Okay. I'd have to do me a favor. Look at data management.js as well. Change the update paginate data. See the update paginate data? That's something that I built that does pagination in concert with the agency admin functions.
Okay.
And you can see I put a big block of explanation there, more complexities. So anyway, I was doing it the hard way, and Hewitt did it the hard way, and then I stumbled upon, well, why don't we do it the Rails way? It gives us negates a lot of JavaScript stuff up front on the client. And so that's why I thought that's a better way, if it works, and it does work. Really. You had to write 2 lines of JavaScript code to get it to work, as opposed to a mountain of JavaScript code on the other ways.
Yeah.
You know, so that's the whole idea behind that.
Okay.
Yeah. So it looks like you're there, except for the styling.
I need to do the styling.
Yeah, no problem.
Let's see. Okay. Okay. So how for the test test part,
Yeah.
I'm going to use a normal cucumber test.
Yeah, it's hard to. I mean, we can't test. What you're trying to achieve is the pagination doesn't cause a full page reload, and we go to the top of the page every time. I don't know if we could ever test that.
Okay.
To be honest,
Just
you can test pagination. Let's see, how do we do that? We do that some places. I know that. Let me see if I can find some example. Let's see.
Is there a need to do the test for this one in the first place?
Not necessarily. I don't necessarily see the need for that.
Mm-hmm.
But if you did want to, let's see where we might do that. Is it agency admin? Let's see. Okay, not that one. Not that one. Okay, let's see. I'm having trouble finding something right now. I know there's something. Where would it be? Nope, can't see it there either. Yeah, I'm sorry, I can't find anything right now. I know there's something that we've done to
Previously, there's a pagination handler Jasmine test. Yeah, but I think that one will be because you are using a very generic, very built on our own stuff. So most likely they are testing for the pagination handler for the Jasmine test.
I'm sorry, Tongwei, do you want to say that again, please?
I see that the Jasmine test on the pagination handler in the code. Yeah, but I think that we are doing that
Jasmine.
is because the handler is built.
Yeah, because we built our own JavaScript to do it.
Yes.
So the only way I think about testing it normally in Cucumber would be you just load the page initially. Let's say you have nine jobs, and you confirm when you load the pages, you see some of the first 8 jobs, and then you hit the next link, and you confirm that you see the 9th job. Because you paginate
but it doesn't confirm that it will jump up or jump down.
Yeah, we can't confirm that.
Yes.
We can't confirm that it's a JavaScript behavior versus just standard reload of the page. So, and you're right. I'm not sure that you want to bother with testing pagination. It works. So I'm not sure it's worth doing, to be honest. I probably wouldn't do it.
Okay.
Yeah. So.
Then I would just deal with the CSS stuff.
Right. Exactly. So I think you're good with that.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
Good. All right. How's the new job going, by the way?
My job?
Yeah.
Well, I really miss the way Agile Ventures their project they do the thing, because there's no best practice at all. There's not at all. There's no test at all. And there's I really love working with the project that we are having here in the challenge. Yes, I really miss that. Yeah.
So you have no tests and no process, huh?
There's no process at all. Wow.
Oh boy. So a little bit of chaos.
Yeah, it's totally mess.
Do they call themselves agile?
No.
They don't even bother to pretend.
I don't know when are they going to do it, really implement it. Yes, because I don't know. I have no idea how it's going to be improved yet. Yeah.
They need to put you in charge.
But I'm still very new, especially dealing with a PHP code. And well, in fact, even the code base also very there are very many varieties because the developers usually use the language that they are comfortable with rather than it's set by someone else. Yes. So when they build things, since okay, this guy is familiar with PHP, then he's going to use PHP. Another guy is familiar with this one, then he uses this one. So everything will mess up together, and there's no really something. Yeah.
I see. There's no really central architecture and more
Yes.
standards on coding and languages and stuff. Yeah.
Yeah.
So it makes it tough for somebody new to come in and explore all that and understand what's going on.
Yes.
It makes it tough for anybody to understand what's going on.
Yeah.
Oh boy. Well, maybe you can help lead them, help nudge them toward a better way of doing things.
Let's try.
Keep trying. Keep trying.
Okay.
All right, Tongwei. Good.
Okay.
All right, good. Well, thanks for reviewing that with me. That looks good. So maybe we'll switch to Paul now. So Tongwei, free to hang out or drop off. It's up to you. But good seeing you. I'm glad you're working on that story. Hopefully you can do that periodically. Work on different stories. Hi, Paul. So sorry about that.
Okay. Yeah. By the way, Tongwei, I know how you feel. People at work. I'm struggling as well, trying to convince them to use Cucumber and other things. But anyway, yeah, it's all right. I'll start by just sharing my screen.
Okay.
And then just show you this. So these are the navigation fields that I've added. You can see it starts off with blue. If you hover over the other fields, it turns orange.
Yep.
If you click them, then it displays whatever it is, agency branches in this case, or agency personnel, companies.
So, that looks good. So I would suggest one thing. I think the buttons look really too close to the top there. You know what I mean? Between pets administration branches. Yeah, I think there's some spacing there. Yeah, look at what Arun did. I think he had some spacing consistent with the design. Okay. The other thing is the whole thing about when you have on the left-hand side there, you have companies or agency personnel or agency information. That all should be dropped because the button at the top tells you what you're looking at. So that whole stuff, agent personnel drops, and the table shifts over to the left accordingly.
Yeah.
Yep.
Gotcha.
Excuse me.
Okay.
So, yeah.
So, just getting to the issue that I've got with testing then.
Mm-hmm.
So, if I run, I did Cucumber tests. So, and I changed a few things, and so I look for it being visible rather than I should see, because I think you need to be specific, that it's visible or not visible. And then I select the agency branches button rather than click it, because it's a JavaScript. It's not really a button. I think it's a link, really. And that is in fact what the web step does. it does a find link button, then trigger click.
Yep.
So my problem is that that seems to work. As you can see, I selected, then I wait 1 second, then I can see the pets admin address, email.
Yep.
Oh, sorry. Yeah, you can see it. Then if I select the agency branches button and I wait a second, then it's not visible.
Mm-hmm. Okay.
It should be. And I can now see the 123 Main Street, which is one of the addresses of the branches.
Okay.
So all these tests were there already. I just kind of reworked them a bit. That's all well and good. But then when it gets down to edit agency information, so now I really need to go through the same thing. And you can edit the agency. But when you go on to do something with the edit branch, I'll make this a different scenario, by the way. So now when you go to edit the branch, and I'll click on the agency and partner link, and I'll wait a second. I just put that in there anyway. And then I select the agency branches button, just the same. And I wait a second, and it comes up with a capybara error. Something about, driver functional or something. Not available.
Can you show me on the UI what happens when you do that? On the actual application?
On the application itself. So if I click on branches, I click on the link.
Mm-hmm.
I can edit the branch. Create a branch.
Well, that form needs to be cleaned up, doesn't it? Yeah.
That's unchanged.
Yeah, I know.
From the UI, it seems to work okay. But it's having a problem with that step. Then I select the agency branches button.
So there is no.
That.
So there is no way to select a button. You have to click a button. So maybe that step is the problem, because you may have cut and pasted a select step, which is you're selecting from a list of values, like in a pull-down list.
The click
so you have
doesn't work.
Click doesn't work. Can you go back?
Mm-hmm. Yeah. In the
what happens when you do click?
Or rather, if you do a find button, trigger click, that doesn't work.
Is this I select? Was this step always there? I select the whatever button.
No, I added that.
So anyway, if it's a button, and it actually is a button, then find a link will fail because it's looking for a link named button.
Yeah, so what does that work then? Why does that test work here?
Which test?
So see, in the scenario, navigate data tables.
Is it possible for you to increase the resolution of your screen a little bit? It's a really tiny print.
Yeah, tried that before, and I'm not sure how to do that.
Okay. So, well, we can deal with it, I guess. So, what was the step that fails, or you're asking why a certain step works?
Well, this step, then I select agency branches works here. That's for that scenario, but it fails for a different scenario. So if I run 110.
Can we look at the code for that list of buttons there?
code. Oh, for
the buttons that you put at the top of the page.
what's happened? I seem to have dropped down. Right. So that's in the home HTML panel. So these are the buttons. That's using the Bootstrap nav tools. It just sets an href.
So they're actually not buttons. They're actually links, but they're styled as buttons, I guess, with that.
Yeah, that's right.
Toggle pill. What is that doing?
Well, it's something to do with the way Bootstrap nav tools works. I just followed the example from
Arun. Okay.
schools.
Yeah. Okay, so these are links. So you have a select button, which actually is looking for find a link, and then it clicks the link.
Yeah, that's why.
So that's why I know. That's why that one's succeeding. Why the other one's failing, I'm not sure.
There doesn't seem to be any difference.
Well, we'll go back to the step that's failing.
Well, sometimes it fails, sometimes it doesn't.
Oh, okay.
So you can see now I've just run that. Then I select the agency branches button, and it comes up with this capybara driver node hash trigger. Capybara not supported.
No dash trigger. Okay, so let's look at that step again.
Which is the step?
The step that's failing. Yeah, I mean the actual. I select the agency branches button. Then I select the button.
Yeah.
Find link button, trigger, click. I don't know what's going on there, but I don't think we should be calling it a button because it is a link. What happens if you just say and I click the admin something link? You said you've tried that and it's failed.
Oh, use the link website.
Use the click link test.
So, let's give that a shot then. Then I clicked the agency branches link.
We got to make sure that, let's see. So there's line 127 is an example. I clicked the agency partners link. So yeah, that must be right. Let's try that. Can you run just that one scenario?
Yeah.
Oh, you already set it, queued it up.
So let me see. I got past that step.
You did get past that step. Now we've got another problem, huh?
Oh, it's still. I select the agency branches button. So
I see. Yeah.
It looks like that fix does work for it. So I just need to go through and fix up the other features.
Well, it didn't work, did it? Because it's complaining about that.
It is. No, that's that one, but this is the one up here that I fixed. Then I click the agency branches link.
Where is I select what? Oh, I see. I'm sorry. I thought it was a delayed error. Yeah. So I think you got the same problem there. And if you change it back to a link.
Yeah. Yeah, so if I change that one, then
Yeah.
that should work too.
Right.
Yeah.
So that step you've got, I would remove it because you're calling it a button. I select a button. We're actually looking for a link and trying to click on that, so that's confusing. Also, the language of select a button, that doesn't make any sense. You're looking visually, you never say, I'm going to select that button there. I'm going to click that button, is what we would say, right? So it should be all conform with how I would view it as a user and my actions I would take, how I'd frame the actions that I take, which is click versus select, right?
Yeah, I did it because I was trying to get a unique web step.
Yeah, oh no, and I understand. We all experiment.
Yeah,
and we do have lots of seeming buttons on the site that are actually links, but they're styled to look like buttons. But in our steps, we need to call them either a button or a link to reflect what they actually are. Otherwise, it'll be very confusing for us to figure out what's going on here. It looks like a button, but we're looking for a link in the step.
So looks like I was just trying too hard. If I just did the simple thing, it would have worked. So,
yeah, if you weren't so ambitious, you'd be all right. like trying to get Capybara adopted at work. That's very ambitious, right?
Yeah, yeah. I've made some progress. I did a presentation to the development group, and they were all enthusiastic. And then the department manager came in at the end of it. Didn't hear any of what was said. And, you know, he said, "Oh, yeah, that's all well and good, but you have to put up a business case."
Well, you just demonstrated the business.
Yeah. Well, he missed all of that.
Yeah, you just demonstrated the business case, and he flew in and said, "You need to show the business case." Yeah, great.
Yeah. And they've been going on about how they want to be braver, you know, faster, like fail fast and all that sort of thing. Try something and fail fast, you know.
Yep.
But when it comes to it, you know, it doesn't really work that way. Anyway,
it's easy.
I think I can.
Mm-hmm.
I'm very persistent, so I think I can convince him in the end.
Okay, great. Well, good luck with this.
Yeah, I'm going to use it on a new project. So putting in a new claim system, and it requires interfacing with existing policy systems. And we need to do a lot of end-to-end testing. So I think Cucumber is the way to go.
Oh, that's perfect. That's made for that.
Cucumber. Absolutely. So I think that'll prove the point.
That's cool.
You just have to work very hard.
It'd be great if, once you get that succeed, it'd be great if you could kind of maybe give an overview to AV members, set up something, and just show us what you did, if you're allowed to. You can't show.
It's all mainframe stuff. I think.
Well, that's why it's interesting. That's why it's interesting, because you applied Cucumber to a legacy, very much a legacy environment, and got it to work. And I think that would be really cool to see. I'd be interested in seeing how that worked. Because there's probably a lot of people that work places that could use new tools and processes, but they struggle to introduce those. And here you've cracked a little bit of the code there, so to speak.
It actually turns out to be quite simple, because you just need a terminal emulator and do screen scraping. Yeah, it's a lot simpler than a web environment.
Well, that's the agile approach, right? Do the minimum you need to do to get something right.
Absolutely.
Yeah. So let us know how that goes. One last thing on the test here. If you could experiment with removing some of these weights, a lot of them were in there before you touched the code. So the reason is that Capybara supposedly will wait. If we have a step like 114, I click the link, and the next one is 116.
I'll wait 1 second.
I click, but if we drop that and I click, so Capybara, if you say I click the link, and then the step says find the link and then click it, Capybara supposedly will wait for a default wait time. I think we've got it set to 10 seconds for that link to appear. So that wait, that wait should be superfluous. However, a lot of us have found that not to be the case, and we have to put these weights in. But I'd experiment with removing as many as you can. So
Yeah.
like 131, there's a click edit branch, and then I should see. So there's no wait
Yeah.
between those two. The reason is that when you click the branch, we have to render something. However, Capybara
Yeah.
waits for up to 10 seconds for that thing to be rendered so it can see the text we ask it to look for, edit branch.
Yeah.
So it grabs it really quickly and it doesn't see it, but it'll wait. That's the theory. And Capybara guys, I see other postings on Stack Overflow elsewhere that say Capybara is doing a really good job at that. And so I've been trying to pare down the waits if I can and get it to work.
Yeah.
The problem is that it's easy to get it to work in a local environment because it's all fast, and then it breaks on CI. So that's the question, if it's going to work on CI.
Yeah.
But give it a shot if you can.
I'll give it. Yeah, I will.
Yeah. So it'd be good to remove as many weights as we can from the tests.
Yeah.
As we touch these things. Okay, cool.
Okay.
Sounds good. All right. Anything else, Paul?
No, that's it for me.
All right. Well, good luck with that thing at work. Like I said, I'd like to hear more about that. Yeah.
Yeah. Thanks.
Sounds like fun. All right. Thanks, everybody. We'll connect later.
Bye. Bye, Tom.
Bye now. Bye, Tongwei.